Day 183 out of 365. Today is a really special day. We have officially crossed over into the second half. We have completed the first half of the year, 365 days. This is a pretty big milestone. That means for half a year, to not miss a single day, and a bunch of you guys came along for the ride. That's huge. And so I figured to basically celebrate this occasion, I would give out 3 stories as to what happened in storage. So this is just 3 of semi-crazy stories. Definitely have crazier ones. I just some of them were kind of sad. So I'm just gonna stick with more so the lighthearted, the kind of funny ones. And yeah. So story 1, I had a customer. He came in and there was water leaking into his unit. So what we ended up doing was we switched him out, and then after we switched him out, he only had 1 lock. We offered to let him use one of our locks. He said, no, it's fine. I'll just get it done in 1 day. Cool. He was switching it up, switching all day. He had a really big unit. And it got really late. So he decided, okay, I'm just going to leave everything where it's at. I'm going to take a break, leave. And next day he came in. He said, hey, I left my stuff out outside my unit. And people were going through it. And we have an inside facility. So it's inside regardless, but we'd still recommend it staying inside the unit. So it was just kind of inside the alleyway. And he asked if I could check the cameras. I checked the cameras, and where the camera angle was, I couldn't really see anything. I couldn't really even see anyone. And I told him that. And he said, no, it's not inside. He said, I left it outside overnight in front of a camera. There are no cameras outside, or at least where he put it, I didn't see anything. And yeah, so don't leave your stuff outside overnight, especially when it's by a trash can. Story 2. My boss told everyone, don't vet, don't pre-qualify. If a customer comes in, they want a unit, they get a unit. I said, awesome. Duly noted. And it just so happens that the next day I had a customer come in and they came busted in, guns ablazing. I need a unit right now. I said, I got you. What size do you want? They told me what size they wanted. Went out, showed them, got them all signed up. I cannot confirm nor deny, but I cannot... They weren't drunk. But I also don't know for sure if this is just their crazy personality or if they were on something. I don't know. But she got the unit for her nephew. And what ended up happening was she put in her nephew's name. She got it all signed up. She has her email on it, phone, everything. It's all signed up. Later that day, her nephew wanted to access the unit. Didn't remember the code. It was with his girlfriend, who also cannot confirm nor deny it was on something. He didn't remember the code. His girlfriend got frustrated and gently nudged his face into the front door. We had to wipe his face off of the front door, the smudge. He said, sorry, to his girlfriend. And they got the code and got their stuff out. She was very vocal, and so much so that she scared me. While they were inside their unit, we were inside the office, and I locked the doors. I was terrified. She was telling them stuff like, you gotta man the F up, get your shit together. So I told my coworker, I gotta get my together, because clearly she's saying something to him, not to me, but I took it as to me because of how authoritative she was, how assertive she was. So careful who you rent to. And this third story happened at a different store, so not my home location. I was covering the store, and in the morning, if we get in the office, we do these things called overlocks. So if someone goes delinquent after a certain amount of days, they get a red lock on their unit until they pay it off, or the remaining balance. And I did that in the morning. About halfway throughout the day, I was going about my day. Customers walk in. I said, "How you doing?" And he's like, "I'm here to pay my bill." Told him the amount was owed. He said, "That's way too much. I don't have that. I'll be back." He left. A short while later, came back in with his daughter. She paid it. And he's like, "Okay, I'm going to go access my unit." I said, "Okay, just give me 1 second. I'm going to finish up the paperwork, and then I'm going to head back out there with you. I'm going to take the red lock off." He said, "Timeout. There's a lock on my unit?" I said, "Yes, sir. That's what happens. You go past a certain time, you get a red lock until it gets paid." He said, "You're telling me if I walked out there right now, I could not get into my unit?" I said, "Well, not right at this very moment." I said, "If you give me like 5 minutes, though, you definitely get into there." He was saying, "So no, wait a minute. You're telling me that if I would have just pulled up, I could not get to my unit?" I said, "Sir, before you paid, you wouldn't have been able to get into the building because it requires key code." And he did not like that. After it got paid off, he busted out to the back. He practically sprinted out to his unit, and I just got my keys in my pocket. And as I opened the door to go out to the unit to take off the overlock, I heard him yelling, "Yo!" And it was echoing through the facility. He's like, "Get this off my unit! Get this off my unit!" I said, "Oh no, this isn't gonna be good." His daughter was saying, "Sorry, he's a little drunk right now. He's a little frustrated. He's a little angry." And I said, "A little? It sounds like he wants to kill me." I get out there. He kind of rushed me up, actually. I walked up. He saw me. He got like this close to me and said, "Get this off right now." I said, okay, just, back up. I'll get it off. Don't worry." I get the lock off, and he gets closer to me this time and says, "Don't ever do that again." And I said, "I'm just following orders. I'm just doing the policy here." After that, I walked back up to the office once again, locked the doors. I was scared. And I know it kind of sounds like I get scared easily. One of those things, you had to be there. I watch the cameras, and I see them walking up, and they get closer and closer and closer to the office, and I'm just kind of bracing myself. I'm like, "Oh God, what's going to be said now?" And he comes in, and he looks at me. He walks up to the desk, looks at me, and says, "If I pay it, I own it. You don't touch my stuff." I wasn't about to argue with him, but I'm sure you and I both know that if you're renting a storage unit, you don't own it. But I just said, "Okay, have a good day, sir. Have a good day." Just wanted him to kind of leave. I was done for the day. So yeah, those are so far 3 crazy stories, or Luke crazy, lukewarm crazy. Hope you guys like those stories. I got plenty more where that came from. I might make a part 2 to this, actually, because God, I feel like if I said all the stories that happened, this video would be over an hour long, because I have hundreds of stories. Some are a lot alike, but man, some are boring, some are really exciting. But yeah, so to finish up this halfway point video, I figured I would get a little bit of confetti up in here. My wife was angry about last time, but you know what? It's a momentual occasion. It's a fantastic occasion. I mean, come on, we're over halfway, people. Am I right? That really hurt my ear. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I appreciate every single one of you that came along for the ride and has continued to come along for the ride. I really appreciate your guys' support. It feels like we're really building a little community in here, and I really like it. I really like it a lot. Being able to talk to every single one of you guys. I look forward to your guys' comments, your likes, your guys' feedback with things. I really do appreciate it. Yeah. So this was day 183 out of 365. I'm Steven, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.